Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitcher's lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, The tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25, 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed and his old man's here. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won Baseball World Championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. And it could be again. Oh, come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well,
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop. All throughout Braves country, pop that top! Your Atlanta Braves have won it all!
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. Oliver Heil loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. I love them. Good seats, huh?
You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on.
Oh, I must be in the front row.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch.
this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off and behind the plate for your Atlanta Braves, it's the Drake Baldwin. 9 home runs, 30 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .303. Ozzie Albies, batting second, playing second. 8 home runs, 23 RBI, a .322 average. Batting third and at first, Matt Olson. 13 home runs, 33 RBI, a .301 clip. Michael Harris II is back patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. He's in the cleanup spot with 7 home runs, a .296 average, 22 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Mauricio Dubon is in left field and batting fifth. 2 home runs, 20 RBI, batting .267. The Dominator, Dominic Smith, batting sixth, the designated hitter tonight. 4 home runs, 18 RBI, batting .267. Austin Riley, batting seventh, playing third. 5 home runs, 22 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .203. And the Az is batting eighth and in right. A .209 average, 6 RBI, 1 stolen base. Jarvis is at short and batting ninth. He's 0 for 2 on the season. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Chris Sale Day. He's 6-1 with a shiny 2.14 ERA and a 0.90 whip. 42 innings, 49 punchies, 26 hits allowed, 12 walks, 5 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Emmett Sheehan, who's 2-1 in a 5.23 ERA, a 1.32 whip, 31 innings, 36 strikeouts, 32 hits allowed, 9 walks, 6 home runs given up. Backing up Sheehan in the bottom of the first inning, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. 6 home runs, 15 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .248. Will Smith batting second behind the plate. 3 home runs, 16 RBI, a .269 average. Freddie Freeman batting third, playing first. 3 home runs, 19 RBI, batting .279. Andy Pius is in center field and batting cleanup. 8 home runs, including 3 in one game this week, 33 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .336. Batting fifth and in left field, it's Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez, 4 home runs, 17 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .231. And Kyle Tucker is in right field and batting sixth. 4 home runs, 19 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .252. Miguel Rojas is at short, covering for the injured Mookie Betts. 1 home run, 5 RBI, a .273 average. Max Muncy is batting eighth and at the hot corner. 9 home runs, 13 RBI, .286 average. Espinal is in the second base position tonight and batting ninth. He's 5 for 27 on the year, 185 average. 2 RBIs to his name. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Chris Conroy. Your first base umpire, Ben May. Second base will be manned by John Toon Payne, and down the third base line, it's Brennan Miller. Game time temperatures here at Chavez Ravine Dodger Stadium are expected to be at first pitch about 72 degrees, with the wind blowing out to dead center at about 8 miles an hour. Your Atlanta Braves are plus 100 on the money line. The Dodgers minus 105. The over-under is 8. Our pick to click tonight against Sheehan and the Dodgers. Well, if you look at the matchups, few of the Braves have had a couple of at-bats against Sheehan, but not a ton of looks. We're going to go with what we think is a guy that needs to start clicking again. Give me the Dominator, Dominic Smith. He's 0 for 4 lifetime, which just tells me he's due for Sheehan to get into one. Guys to keep an eye on, Dubon does have a home run against Sheehan. He's 1 for 5 lifetime. Harris 0 for 1, Olsen 0 for 1. Ozzie is 2 for 2. Riley 0 for 2, and the Yaz is 0 for 4. Jarvis and Baldwin have never seen Sheehan. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to put some runs on the board tonight and get into a couple of home runs. Give me Atlanta to win this one 6-2.
All we got on this team is a bunch of and a booger-eating moron. That booger-eating spaz make me want to puke.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of Braves country.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving.
Stop.
Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good to see country club member Iron Lung in the house. We see Jeremy and Garrett. Big Truck. Anthony. Mark Ricky Ricardo, country club member. Lucy, he's home. Scooby-Doo. Wookie is in the house. Butters. Gina, good to see you. Brandon. Scott, country club member, good to see you. D. SSAJ, good to see you. We need to get the SSAJ off the IL. I miss calling those games. Bobby, country club members. What you talking about, Willis? Good to see you, Willis Mathis. Hope you're feeling better today. Royal Pita, good to see you. Tommy, my man Nathaniel Brooks. I think I saw him. He's taking Mike to click. I almost went with that. I'm pulling for Dom Smith, so I want to see him get off the schneid. Feel like his batting average is just continuing to fall, and it's got to be tough. Only batting every few days. Gaddism. Sea Height, good to see you. Everybody loves Raymond. James Fisher King. Not sure if we got Tommy yet or not, but good to see you, Tommy. Ricky, KC. Handler. Jay. Royce Robledo down in Mexico. Still in Georgia. You down in Georgia? All right then. CHC. All right, we're going to take a real quick break. When we return, pitch by pitch, play by play of those Atlanta Braves, the best team in baseball. And we got a couple of new things to add to the mix tonight. Hopefully y'all enjoy them. We'll break out the first one when we return. It's called Where You Hail From.
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
adventures in time and space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stands full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Line drive and a base hit. Just as to score the tying run. Breathe to the plate. And he is saved.
We're 1 out away, Braves country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series, and the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves Country.
Welcome in, Braves country. Here we go. We're trying to find the little logo spot on it, but here it is. So here is the new one we're going to try to do at the beginning of ball games. Somewhere at the beginning. Probably won't always be this early, but here you go. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. See who we got going on here at Texas Panhandle. Coming up on first pitch, so I may not be able to call them all off. I do like the way they've set it up, though. If I've highlighted one, it lets me know. Decatur, Georgia, Orlando, Kristen, Alabama, Jacksonville, Florida. We thought we'd take that old hee-haw salute and do something with it, so that's what you're hearing in the background. Those are old clips, if you're familiar with that. Braves are wearing their road grays Atlanta on the chest in red, outlined in navy, or Atlanta on the chest outlined in navy and red. Same thing with the tomahawk, with the tomahawk striped in gold. Blue ball cap, white A, representing the city of Atlanta, one of the great ball caps in all of sport. And the Los Angeles Dodgers are wearing their classic home whites, top to bottom. Dodgers across the chest in Dodger blue. Dodger blue ball caps in the interlocking LA. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves as final warm-up tosses are being delivered by Emmett Sheehan. Sheehan's got pretty good stuff. He has struggled a little bit, but he's got pretty good stuff. There's the lineup as we take everything off the screen. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we will kick it in with you and unveil the curtain. The first pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin is a fastball right down the pipe, swing and a miss. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country, and there you go. Yep, we're good to go. Righty-lefty matchup. The infield is back into the right. The 0-1 kicks and fires. One and one. So 1-1 count. Turns and kicks, swing, lifts it down the left field line, giving chase. It's going to fall into foul territory, and we'll do it again. We're still trying to line this up. It's always an adventure at the beginning of the game. So 1-2 to Drake Baldwin. 0-0 your score. Sheehan. More on him in a second. Pitch on the way. Swing. Pops it back foul. Do it again. One-two count. Turns and kicks and rolls the ball over his foot. That should be a dead ball. They're going to go 3-1 on the put out, but it is a dead ball, so we'll do it again. The 1-2. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike three. Blew the four-seamer right by him. 96 upstairs. And there's one away. Good pitch there by Sheehan. One up, one down. That'll bring Ozzie Albies to the plate. Ozzie Albies takes a swing at the first pitch and hacks it back foul. It's 0-1. Ozzie Albies. Open stance from the left side, the 0-1 pitch. Misses high and out of the zone, 1-1. 1-1 count. Drops a filthy curveball in there. It's 1-2. The 1-2 to Ozzie. Swing, lifts it high into right center field, and on the run making the catch is Paez, and there's two away. Two up, two down, and Matt Olson will be the batter. Matt Olson from the left side. The first pitch on the way is upstairs, misses high. It's 1-0. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing, just getting going here. I think we just about got it lined up. The 1-0 pitch, swing, fouls it away. It's 1-1. One count, Emmett Sheehan. He will show you a four-pitch mix. He leans on that four-seam fastball, and it's a good one about 40% of the time. The 1-1 pitch. Inside, four-seamer, 2-1. He's got a slider at 33% of the time and the changeup at 17%. He also has a curveball at 10%. The infield for the Dodgers is the 2-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn, middle of the infield, and that should end the inning. It will. F5 in your scorecard. Max Muncy makes the catch. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0 your score. It'll be Chris Sale's turn when we return.
Redneck word of the day. Inhale. Why in hell is gas prices so high?
Dad?
Yep.
I have a guy question. You know, I've been dating my boyfriend for like 3 years, right?
Yep.
And I just feel like I can't get any further along with life with him.
Yeah.
We talk about marriage and he agrees. We talk about kids and he wants them too. We like the same things, but nothing ever happens. All the stuff we talk about in our future never gets past talking. It's been 3 years and I can't get him to take the next step in anything.
Well, maybe he's not ready to get married.
Or maybe it's me.
Or maybe it's the two of you. Maybe he's just not the right guy.
Dad, do you know how hard it is to go through this? Not feeling like everyone is ever going to love me for me?
Yeah, it's probably about as hard as when a dad has to watch his little girl grow through it. I know. Listen, there is a key for every lock. Now, are you telling me that he's got the key to the door to your future and he just won't open the door and go? Or maybe he's the wrong guy and doesn't even have the key. Did you ever consider that?
I don't know, Dad. I'm not sure of anything.
Be sure that I love you and carry on, okay?
I grew up in Brooklyn, not very far from Ebbets Field, and I was a fan of the Brooklyn Dodgers from the earliest days I can remember. That ended first when I left Brooklyn, and second when shortly thereafter the Dodgers left Brooklyn.
Marvin Miller had spent most of his life in the labor movement, the International Association of Machinists, the United Automobile Workers, and for 16 years, the United Steelworkers.
Marvin Miller was probably the greatest thing that ever happened to baseball as far as the players are concerned. The moment that we found out that the owners didn't want Marvin Miller, he was our guy.
Tough, seasoned, and relentless, Miller rallied the players to the organization, then demanded that the club owners bargain collectively, provide improved pensions, raise minimum salaries.
When Marvin started, the owners obviously weren't prepared to fall in love with him. And as a matter of fact, the more they saw of Marvin, the less prepared to fall in love with him they were. He obviously did a great job for the players as far as getting them salaries. I'm not sure on balance that he was good for baseball.
Welcome back. 0-0 your score. Chris Sale goes to work on Shohei Ohtani. First pitch on the way is a P at the knees on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Ohtani batting .248 on the earth and .831 OPS. 6 home runs to his name. The 0-1 misses. 1-1. So 1-1 count. Sale turns, kicks and fires right there, bottom corner, 1-2. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing. If you're just joining us, Braves went down 1-2-3. Drake Baldwin struck out. And that's all that you've missed so far. 0-0 your score. The 1-2 to Ohtani. Turns and flips. Caught looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. Yak him. Sit him down, Joe. My fingers is so. 1 away. So 1 up, 1 down. First strikeout of the night, obviously, for Sales. It's the first batter he's seen. And Will Smith will come to the plate. He'll take a frisbee slider in there. At the knees, it's 0-1. The 0-1. I'd say both teams are fired up for this matchup as the 0-1 misses high and outside, 1-1. You know, when you're the Dodgers and you're the defending 2-time champion, there's probably very little that gets you excited during the regular season when you typically run away with your division. But playing the team with the best record in baseball has got to be it. The 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball. 1-2. So I think we'll get their best punch and vice versa. One-two count. He's gone slider, 4-seam, 4-seam. The pitch on the way. Caught looking strike 3. Punched him out. Top shelf. Tequila. 2 away. Good pitch there by Sale. Buckled him. And that'll bring Freddie Freeman to the plate. We know Freddie Freeman likes to ambush the early pitches, especially on very good pitchers. So we'll see how Sale and Drake combat that. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, chopper towards short. Easily grabs it as Jarvis. He'll flip it to first, and JJ puts FF down 6-3. We'll be back in a flash. 0-0. Michael Harris leads us off.
Afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I think I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers, too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket. Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay.
What's shaking? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are going to have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking up things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd back into it now.
Welcome back. Michael Harris II stands in. First pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up. Back behind home plate, and it'll fade into the seats. It's 0-1. Remember, there's a lot of foul territory behind home plate here at Dodger Stadium. Righty-lefty matchup. Sheehan brings it, swing and a miss, changeup, it's 0-2. 0-2 count. Braves nothing, Dodgers nothing, top of the second inning. Pitch on the way in the dirt, good take by Harris, 1-2. No runs, no hits, no errors for both sides in the first inning, just beginning the second. Harris, Dubon, and Dominic Smith due up. If they keep the line going, Riley, the 1-2 pitch, down below the knees, good take. Chris Sale struck out 2 in the first inning. The 2-2 count. Swing, rips it into right field. That's down for a base hit, and it's the first base hit for your Atlanta Braves. Money Mike coming through again. All right, all right, all right.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
Ripping and gripping. He's the leadoff runner here in the second inning. Mauricio Dubon, the batter. Open stance from the right side. Righty-righty action. Pitch. Peppers it back to the backstop on a half-hearted swing. Pitch off the plate. It's 0-1. Dubon on deck. Riley in the hole. Braves nothing. Dodgers nothing. It's very rare you see this, but the Braves were a virtual pick-em with the Dodgers today in Los Angeles. The 0-1. Swing and a rip. It's 0-2. That just tells you the high respect that Vegas has for Chris Sale coming into Dodger Stadium. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High down the right field line. Will it stay in play? Giving chase into the right field corner. He'll run out of room. Kyle Tucker giving chase. 0-2. Left to right across the outfield. I don't think we got a chance to get into that in the first inning. There was an issue with the lining up to 3D. Teoscar Hernandez in left. Paez in center and Tucker in right. Around the horn, third to first, it's Muncy, Rojas, and Espinal. Freddie Freeman at first and Smith behind the plate. Of course, Sheehan is on the bump. The 0-2 pitch. Down and away, good take. Slider misses, 1-2. 1-2 count. Nothing, your score. Swing, rips it. Deep down the left field line, bending, foul. It was long enough, just not straight enough. A 1-2 to Dubon. This will be pitch 24 for Sheehan. Harris at first, nobody out. The infield back into the left. The pitch on the way, swing, chopper, curveball, banged it down the third base line. We'll do it again.
The 1-2. In the dirt. Slider, good take there. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat, so if nothing else, he's making them work. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider got him, diving away, and there's one away. For Emmett Sheehan, that's strikeout number 2 on the night. And Dominic Smith will come to the plate. Dominic Smith batting .333 on the year. First pitch, swing, hammers it down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That ball's got eyes. Down into the corner, Michael Harris strutting, heading towards third. They'll hold him, and we've got runners at second and third with one out. A double, a one-out double with the man on by the Dominator.
This is a time for leaders to step up. Make us believe again.
Smoked under the glove of Freddie Freeman. I think Freddie thought that ball was going foul.
Welcome to the United States of you just got nominated.
Bullet down the line. We got second and third and one out, and Austin Riley has a chance to come through. Infield is back. First pitch on the way. Slider takes it upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the first base line. He did not. 1-1. Dodgers are willing to give up the run, so all Riley's got to do is hit one on the ground, preferably to the right side to keep it away from the third baseman, but even third base, Muncie's playing back. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Hammered through the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. One run will score, and Austin Riley has an RBI single. Dominic Smith had to hold up for a second, so he slammed on the brakes and then headed down to third, and Riley makes it 1-0. Good guys.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
A bullet up the middle. Ball almost hit Dominic Smith. He had to play a little dodgeball out there. So runners at the corners and one out. And coming to the plate for the first time tonight is the Yaz. Another former Giant. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Remember, Dominic Smith, who's standing at third, he was with the Giants as well. So they're very familiar with the Dodger-Giant rivalry. You wonder if there might be a little added incentive. Yaz batting .207 on the year, the 0-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play, we'll do it again. The infield is back into the right, so once again, a ground ball is going to score Dominic Smith in all likelihood. He doesn't have a huge lead over at third, but it's good enough where a ground ball deep into the infield would make it a 2-0 game. The 0-2. Sheehan brings it. Inside, caught looking, strike 3. Slider upstairs. Yaz. Bat there by the Yaz, and there's 2 down. Dripped they're calling that a slider. That looks more like a 2-seamer. It started in on the inside and smacked the very edge of the plate. So it'll be up to the rookie Jarvis to come through. 2 on, 2 out. Braves lead it 1-0, top of the second. First pitch to Jarvis. He's right there on the inner track. Slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Jarvis looking for his first base hit as a major leaguer. The The 0-1 pitch. Check swing, went around. Man, he slipped too. that was a bad at bat right there. Slipped, came out of his shoes, trying to hold up. I guess he lost grip somewhere. So an 0-2 count. Brings it. Whistles it back to the backstop. And he just missed timing that one up. All we need is a base hit here, something to bring the run home. 0-2 count. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. They set up on the outside. Here's the pitch from Sheehan. Swing and a miss, change up in the dirt, and that'll end the inning. Braves put 1 on. You would have liked to have gotten 1 more, but Riley comes through with an RBI single. Hopefully that starts something with the rake.
Say the weird thing.
I don't understand what baking soda really is. Because in the context of making baked goods rise, that makes sense, baking soda. But you're telling me this magical dust is also mouthwash, deodorant, teeth whitener, fridge odor neutralizer, air freshener, apparently it's a whitening agent for my laundry, kitchen cleaner, carpet stain remover, pesticide remover for fruits and veggies, silverware polisher, scorched pot cleaner, oil and grease fire extinguisher, homemade weed killer. It can help treat heartburn and may soothe canker sores. It may improve exercise performance, and it may relieve itchy skin and sunburns, and may slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. What is this stuff?
If you had to make an educated guess, how much money do you think Generation X owes Columbia House? Is it more than like the national debt? 12 CDs for a penny. These little cards you could fill out, and they would send them to you in the mail. Only on the good faith that you're gonna buy another CD from them the next month. When they really wanted to put the heat on us to pay for it, they'd send us these little collection card notices, fill out another card under a fake name, get 12 more CDs. Probably when like Napster and LimeWire and all that came out and the artists were like, no, you can't give away our music for free. We've been getting your music for free the whole time.
Ball players are no match for him. He has a steel-trap mind wrapped in a butter-melting voice. He runs the players through a high-pressure spray the way an auto goes through a car wash, and that's how they come out, brainwashed. Dick Young, New York Daily News.
Sports writers following the developing conflict were, for the most part, uninterested in the complicated labor issues, making them active agents against Miller and the union. For years, the public and even some players distrusted him. The battle over who would control the game had begun. The showdown ahead would be over the century-old reserve clause, which bound each player to his club for life.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score. Braves lead the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and Chris Sale goes back to work. First pitch is a four-seam fastball. Swing and a miss to Paez. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Sale turns and kicks. Slider down and in. 1-1. 1-1 count. Downstairs, slider misses. Ball 2-1. Braves 1, Dodgers nothing. 1 run, 3 hits. All 3 hits were by the Braves in the last half frame. No errors. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, lifts it. High into center field. Drifting over there, making the catch is Money Mike. F8 in your scorecard. And there's one away. 1 down, and Teoscar Hernandez, the batter. Hernandez batting .238 on the year. He's got 4 home runs. Lefty righty. First pitch. 4-seamer misses inside. It's 1-0. They said Jarvis was getting the start tonight, but expect Mateo the next 2 games. The 1-0 pitch, swing, drops it into center field. That's down for a base hit. And it's the first base hit for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Fastball right down Main Street, and he sent it right back where it came from. About a 4-hopper by the time it got out there to Michael Harris. So 1 on and 1 out, and Kyle Tucker, big free agent acquisition in the offseason, coming in at $60 a year for the Dodgers. He's batting .252 with 4 home runs, 19 RBI, and a .733 OPS. Tucker, first pitch on the way, drifts inside. For a ball, it's 1-0. He's 7 for his last 21, so it does look like his bat is starting to heat up a bit. The 1-0. Swing, chopper. Off the plate, 1-1. Hopefully he waits till after we get out of Los Angeles to fully heat up. 1-1 count. Pitch from Sale. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 1-2. Braves are playing the infield back into the right. Double play depth. Riley essentially by his lonesome over there from short to the line. The 1-2 pitch, swing, chops it off the plate. Just got a piece of it. We'll do it again. Sale struck out 2 in the first. That's where he sits. He took that number. I saw it get down as low as 6.5 before first pitch. It was 7.5 for most of the day. The 1-2. Brings it. Swing, ropes it into right field, and that's down for a base hit. That's going to be extra bases. Up against the wall, Hernandez is heading towards home, and it's going to be a all the way home for a tie ball game, an RBI double for Kyle Tucker and the Dodgers. Bit of a hanging slider, and he was able to hook it and get it down the right field line. They were setting up on the very outside of it, and the slider didn't miss by much, but just enough for Tucker to be able to get those long arms out there and pull it down the line. So we're all tied up 1-1. Bottom of the second. Tucker is at second with 1 out. First pitch swinging, and that ball's going to get lifted into center field. Making the running catch is Michael Harris the second. He'll fire it into the infield. L8, I would put it down in your scorecard. 2 down. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael, the Hawk Harris. Rojas couldn't believe it. He threw his hands up in the air like, what in the heck was that? I bet he was saying, I thought you were hurt, man. What are you doing out there making those catches? So 2 down. If that ball gets down, that's definitely going to give the Dodgers the lead. Ball boy had to chase a where's he going? Are there multiple? Yep. He had to chase one beach ball. He got about almost to the right field line, and then someone yelled out to him that there was a second beach ball. So he had to turn around and get that one as well. Gets a standing ovation from the fans. So after 2 beach balls, Max Muncy, the batter. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch is a slider right there at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Mets and Diamondbacks, by the way, are tied up at 1 in the 5th. Is the 0-1 pitch outside wide. 1-1. 1-1 count. Rockies held off the Phillies 9-7 in 11 innings. They were up 7-0 at one point and choked the lead away, and it had to go to extras, but they did get the win. The 1-1 pitch. Bang, right there. Didn't get the call. Drake's going to challenge it. He's going to win that one. Over 50% of that ball's on the zone. So I'm going to go ahead and write it down in my book as 1-2 so far. Yep, he got the strike, that's for sure. So a 1-2 count. Sale comes set. Muncy digging in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. We go to the top of the third here in Braves country.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner?
Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please.
Jambalaya? Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the Big and Tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then!
And then?
No and then! No and then! No and then!
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor.
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order some pizza.
Little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin as the lineup flips over. It's 1-0. Glad y'all like the new. We've been doing that for so long, and finally I was like, why did we not have a clip for that? And so I had the extra time this afternoon, put it together as the 1-0. Just misses ball 2-0. Drake Baldwin struck out his first time up. First time ever seeing Sheehan. The 2-0 pitch. Brings it. Swing. Pops it back foul. 2-1. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. Both runs came in the second inning from the Dodgers and the Braves. The 2-1 pitch to the Drake. Drops the curveball, just misses, and it's 3-1. He's gone changeup, four-seam curve. 3-1 count. Sheehan at 42 pitches. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, pumping it by him. Full count. Pittsburgh and San Francisco are tied at 1 in the third. Same score with the Mets and Diamondbacks as the payoff pitch is fouled back over the third base dugout. They are tied 1-1. They are going to the bottom of the fifth. They're in Arizona. Okay, I've gotten used to the City Connect uniforms for all the different teams, but do they have to change their logos in the score bug as the 3-2 pitch swing? Hammer down the right field line, just foul. Man, that missed extra bases by a hair. I look up for the Arizona Mets score, and Arizona on their scoreboard, scorebug, as opposed to Arizona or AZ or whatever you want to put up there, they've got their Serpientos as so it's just an S as the full counted pitches foul back out of play. We'll do it again. This will be the 9th pitch of the at bat. Someone else was doing that tonight, and it was the White Sox, and you literally had to have as the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, 4-seam fastball upstairs, and there's one away. You had to have a legend to find out what the hell they were trying to do. They had their new City Connects. If you haven't seen them, they're god awful. They are trying to emulate the look of the Bulls basketball uniforms of the 90s. So the red and black look nothing like an actual baseball jersey. As the curveball's down and in for a ball, it's 1-0. And so they've got that color scheme with a sock that was tilted that it's hard to explain. I mean, unless you see it. But anyways, look nothing like a Chicago White Sox. Is the 1-0 swing. 1-1. And they had the, what's it called, the big inning going. So you don't know what game you're watching. They're just flashing it up in the background while I was getting the lineups together. So, I don't know who Seattle's playing. I just know Seattle's playing because they had the S, the traditional S for the Mariners logo. I mean, if you want to wear the goofy costumes, that's fine. But man, leave the score bug alone. 1-1 count. Ozzie Albies open stance from the left side, brings it, misses high, ball 2, 2-1. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. On deck is Matt Olson. Sheehan, this will be pitch 51. Turns and kicks, swing and a miss, changeup, nasty. 2-2. 2-2 count. Sheehan, high socks and all. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 4-seam fastball. 6th punch out of the night, and there's 2 away. Two down, and Matt Olson coming to the plate, teetering right there at that .299 batting average. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Harris is on deck. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. Top of the 3rd. The 1-0. Inside. Ball 2, 2-0. Other scores on your out-of-town scoreboard today. Nationals and Marlins are going head-to-head this weekend in Miami. Nats took game 1 3-2, the 2-0. In the dirt, ball 3, 3-0. That ball bounced to the backstop. So 3-0 to Olson. And with the Phillies losing and the Mets playing, that gets you caught up on the NL East so far, the 3-0. Rolls a one-hopper over to second. That's going to be a 4-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. Would have liked to have seen Olson lay off of that one with the 3-0 count. He knows he's got a wry grin like, what the hell was I doing? We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 3rd we go. Braves 1, Dodgers 1.
You know, poop jokes aren't my favorite, but they're a solid number 2.
As the young kids say, it do be bussin' respectfully.
Don't ever say that again.
Yeah, it's best that I don't.
That was bad.
It was wasn't it?
Total.
And here's Dale Murphy. At 439 with 6 homers, 18 RBIs already, and in a spot where he has a chance to get some more. Ramirez at second, Perry at first. Downstairs to Murph, 1 ball, no strikes. a drive. Did he get enough of it? Back goes McReynolds. He looks up and he kisses it goodbye. A 3-run homer for Murphy. Touch of ball, Murph. That's 7 and 21 RBIs, and it's 3-0. That's the way Babe Ruth hit him, a mile high.
If smoking is so bad, then why does it cure salmon?
Hey, this is my final message to y'all. You probably ain't gonna see me again. My old lady texted me a minute ago and asked me if I thought her forehead was big, and I said that I probably wouldn't ever kiss the same spot twice. And she said, I'll see you when you get home.
The outfield around to the left to Frank Robinson, the right-hand batter. Long drive to left field, way back, kiss it goodbye, home run.
On December 9th, 1965, the day Branch Rickey died, the Cincinnati Reds let outfielder Frank Robinson go. He had played magnificently for them since 1956, when he hit 38 home runs to tie the rookie record. He charged into outfield walls to make spectacular catches, hurled himself into opposing infielders to break up double plays, and in 1961 won the National League's Most Valuable Player award. In casting him off, the Cincinnati owner explained that Robinson was too old at 30.
First pitch from Chris Sale is a four-seam fastball inside, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup. Santiago Espinal takes the 1-0 inside, high and tight, 2-0. Batting 185 on the year is Espinal. On deck is the top of the order, Shohei Ohtani. The 2-0. Oh, man, that is close. They're going to call it a ball, 3-0. Drake tried to challenge it. I guess he's not giving him a chance to challenge. That's odd. He didn't wait that long. I mean, it was a split second. The 3-0 pitch right down the pipe, 3-1. Bad job by home plate umpire Chris Conroy to not give the challenge. I mean, I can see if you wait a second, you're looking around for help. The 3-1 pitch, swing, lifts it down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. Just foul, full count. You got to come after this guy because you don't want to walk a batter to put on for Shohei Ohtani. Full count. Chris Sale sitting at 3 strikeouts. This will be pitch 31. We'll wait for Espinal to return to the plate. 3-2 count. Infield is back and to the left. The payoff pitch, swing, and rips it down the third base line, but plenty foul. We'll do it again. Well out in front of that one. Three-two pitch once again from Sale. Turns and clicks. Swing. Pops that foul down the line. Out of play, right field side. The 3-2 pitch. As Espinal steps out of the box, digs back in. The payoff from Sale, pops that one back foul. Four-seam fastball, 96. So he's gone four-seam, 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 four-seam. In the last 7 pitches, 5 of these 7 pitches have been four-seam. The other 2 were sliders. The payoff pitch, swing, lifts it into right field, and that's down for a base hit. Caught off by the Yaz. He'll fire it into the infield. Here comes the throw, and he's out. Smoke him if you got him. He got him. Great tag by Jarvis. An outstanding throw by the Yaz, and he got his hand caught in the cookie jar, one away. That was a great tag by Jarvis. He just sensed where the runner was. The throw was coming from Yaz as a left-handed fielder. He had to turn against his body and fire it to second as his body was heading towards center field. He throws a two-hopper into the glove of Jarvis, and Jarvis catches it, swipes it, and finds the runner trying to sneak down the back end of the bag. First pitch is a four-seam fastball to Shohei Ohtani. It's 0-1. I mean, that was a perfect play on both ends. The retrieval by Yaz and then the wherewithal to throw it back up the middle. First pitch on the way off of that foul ball is smoked back up the middle, and that's going to be a one-hopper off the mound into the glove of Jarvis. He'll fire it to first, 6-3. Good, nifty defense there. Back-to-back plays. Jarvis, man, he's flashing the leather out there. 2 down. That's a ball that eats up a lot of infielders. But back to the first out of the inning. He blindly tagged the runner. He just sensed where he was and stuck his glove out to the corner of the bag, knowing he had to be in that vicinity to be able to tag the bag. As the first pitch is a four-seam fastball inside to Will Smith. It's 1-0. Scouting report says that Jarvis has very good defense at the shortstop position. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. And you kind of knew he would struggle at the plate, but I'll tell you what, that he essentially just saved a run there, because if he doesn't make that perfect tag, the runner's standing at second, and that ball that was smoked back up the middle that would eat up a lot of players, we'd probably have a 2-1 game right now. 1-1, swing and a miss, it's 1-2. The Dodgers, it's to be expected that the Braves broadcast is giving him his flowers right now, but the Dodgers are too. I'm watching both casts at the same time, and the Dodgers broadcast keeps going back to that play. 1-2 count. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. If you weren't with us the other night when he made his debut, he is a Alabama Crimson Tide. Played his college ball, drafted out of there, I want to say 2022. The 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Chris Sale. We'll go to the 4th. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. Time to get some runs.
My personality is like, I don't give a f***, but my anxiety be like, I do.
I don't know which one of y'all need to hear this, but give me back the canned green beans. Because you know what? I ain't even trying to be bougie or nothing. This take too much work. Wifey talking about, hey, babe, since I'm out and about, can you get them little green beans back? Yeah. She talking about bust open the bag, rip out both ends, and then break them in half. I said, this whole bag? It's like 300 of these damn things here. I'm going to be here for hours. This is a lot of work. Got me messing with these big old green beans. Give me the can.
See, kids do the craziest stuff when they too quiet, bro. You gotta go check on them constantly. It ain't no leaving them alone. It ain't no, oh, they good. Nah, you gotta go look, because they doing stuff like this. Washing rocks in my sink. Put the rock back outside. Then you gonna ask them, how you did that? Better check on y'all kids. If they too quiet, y'all better play Marco Polo in the house or something, because something is happening. Something that's gonna cost you some money is happening.
With the Koufax, I looked at him when I was a kid. I saw him as a kind of Picasso on the mound or something like that. It was this extraordinary artist. With the Koufax, there was this cerebral sort of artistic flair about him.
By the end of the 1966 season, Sandy Koufax was at the peak of his career. He had won 27 games that year, pitched 11 shutouts, and led the league in strikeouts. But just a month after the World Series ended, he called a press conference to announce that he was quitting the game at the age of 31, while he could still lift his arm.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back, y'all. Michael Harris II will lead us all off. The first pitch to Harris is swung on and fouled straight back to the backstop. It's 0-1. It'll be Harris, Dubon, and Dominic Smith. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for both the Braves and the Dodgers as we enter inning number 4. The 0-1 swing. Smacks the four-seam fastball back to the back. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Sheehan rocks and fires. Swing, rips it up the middle, and that's a base hit. Money Mike on the prowl again, and it's a leadoff single for your Atlanta Braves.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
2 for 2 on the night for Harris. Mauricio Dubon, who struck out his first time up. First pitch swinging, blasting deep down the left field line. Stay fair, stay fair. Just bends foul. Man, he missed pay dirt by just a little bit. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, rips it back, foul. It's 0-2. Michael Harris now batting .308. He messaged me earlier today, Iron. He said that you owe him. You better start. He's collecting IOUs off of you. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Four-seam fastball, punches it over the third base dugout. We'll do it again. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. Go-ahead run is standing at first. We're in the top of the 4th. Sheehan, his 63rd pitch of the night. Swing! Fouls it back again. Still 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th. McLean on the hill for the New York Mets in Arizona. Still 1-1 is the 0-2 pitch. That one will get smacked back foul. Do it again. Still 1-1 in San Francisco. Cardinals and Padres. They are scoreless in the 5th. It looks like St. Louis is threatening them. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase the slider upstairs, and there's one away. Dominic Smith now the batter. He hit one down the right field line his first time up. Doubling Harris to third. Can he do it again? First pitch. He hit the knees, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Riley on deck. Yaz in the hole. The 0-1. Kicks fires. Rolls one. Down the first base side. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. We'll pull the screen back so you can see any kind of movement on the base paths. The 0-2 pitch. Swing. Oof, right off his instep. Appears to be okay. We'll do it again. That was the curve, and he hit it. It went straight into his ankle. Ah, man, right on the ankle bone. He wears a protective pad on that leg, but a little north of where his ankle is. You would think that's where most of these guys would have that, extending down there to the, because it's not like Dominic Smith's known for his speed, so it's not going to slow him down. You don't want a cracked ankle. The 0-2 pitch. Brings it. Swing! That ball's lifted. High and deep. Going back. On the track. Making the catch at the very back of the wall for a loud out, number 2. They'll chase Harris back to first. 2 down. Smith was just about a foot or two away from making this a 2-run game. Man, oh man alive. He squared that puppy up. Probably got under it just a little bit. But he drove Paez all the way to the back of the wall. Austin Riley will come to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single. First pitch swinging. He plows that. Going deep. Get up, get up. Off the wall. Here comes the throw into the infield, and they're going to send Money Mike. Money Mike is going to be... Mike thinks he's safe. They called him out. Harris thinks that he avoided the tag. He wants him to challenge it. Weiss is looking. The throw beat him, but did they make the tag? That's the question. Weiss wants to look at it, so here we go. So don't go anywhere. If we get it overturned, Austin Riley will be at second base. It looked like he put a swim move on, but the problem... Okay, here's a much better look on the second go-around. He comes in, and tell you what, it looks like he beat it, but it's going to be, the question is going to be, do they have the right angle? Because he swim moves him, and he misses the tag. By the time he tags him, he hits his leg, and he hits the... The question is, do they think that he missed the hand pad? It looks like, if you piece it together, that he's safe. The problem is they don't have an overhead view. And the overhead view would show you, unless they have one there in New York, and I don't think they do. I think that's only something that they have during the postseason. Unless we have an overhead view, it's going to be really hard to... Because first of all, the home plate umpire is blocking probably the best view we would have had. They just showed that on the Los Angeles replay. And he's in the right spot for where he should be to make the call, but he's blocking the view of the camera. And it looks like that he misses the tag. Harris slides across it with his right hand. By the time he tags him on the top leg, Harris has scored. But once again, the problem is it was called out, and it's got to be overturned. So we'll wait on the call here. He avoided the tag, I will tell you that, because I just pieced it together between the two videos that the Braves and the Dodgers are showing. The question is, are they going to say it was enough? And we know that the replay booth is in New York, and New York loves the Dodgers. So we're still waiting here. And here comes the call, and they're going to say he's out. So like I said, he definitely beat it, but there just wasn't a great view to overturn it. We'll be back in a flash. Such a close play. Braves and Dodgers tied at 1.
To the man
who told me about my dress being flyed up in the back and did not make it awkward. I hope you have the best life ever.
Here is the story of Dick Raddatz. He got the nickname Monster by striking out several New York Yankees in a row at a game at Fenway Park in 1963. He also dominated one of the best players in baseball history. Mickey Mantle faced him 16 times in his career and struck out an astounding 12 times. Even crazier, he had only one pitch in his repertoire, a 95-mile-an-hour heater delivered sidearm. He still holds the major league for strikeouts by a relief pitcher with 181 in 1964. He won 15 games in a season twice as a reliever. He was the first pitcher in history to have consecutive 20-save seasons. He saved 102 games during his tenure with the Boston Red Sox, which at the time was a team record. For 3 seasons, he was one of the most dominant relief pitchers in the game. Some believe his collapse was due to burning out after facing more than 500 batters for 4 seasons in a row. He took the league by storm, and today we remember him for a short but great career.
Sandy Koufax was at the peak of his career. He called a press conference to announce that he was quitting the game.
The question is why. I don't know if cortisone is good for you or not, but to take a shot every other ball game is more than I wanted to do, and to walk around with a constant upset stomach because of the pills, and to be high half the time during a ball game because you're taking painkillers. Don't want to have to do that.
What is your thought about the loss of income?
Let's put it this way. If there were a man who did not have use of one of his arms, and you told him it would cost a lot of money and he could buy back that use, he'd give him every dime he had, I believe. That's my feeling. And in a sense, maybe this is what I'm doing. I don't know. I've got a lot of years to live after baseball, and I would like to live them with complete use of my body. I don't regret 1 minute of the last 12 years, but I think I would regret 1 year that was too many.
He would become the youngest man ever elected.
Sucks! And it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Freddie Freeman is a ball, misses. Lefty-lefty matchup. Chris Sale back to work. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. Bottom of the 4th, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 4-seamer. 1-2. And the thing about that play, if you're wondering, should he have sent him? The throw beat him by quite a bit. I don't hate the send by Watkins because you had Jarvis coming to the plate. Is the 1-2. Chopper back to the mound. Sales got it, flips it to Olsen, and 2 down. Excuse me, you had the Yaz coming to the plate, and he's been struggling. And you have an opportunity to score, and it was going to take a perfect play, and that's what the Dodgers got to be able to get him. And Harris, you wonder if Harris is still running at full speed, but he did a hell of a job to put that swim move on and try to score. The first pitch is a slider right there at the knees. It's 0-1. But I think that's one of those situations where had he been called safe, they would have said he was safe. But because they called him out, they're going to say he's out because there just wasn't a good angle. 4-seam fastball. Upstairs, it's 0-2. But you can logically look at it. And from the angles that I saw from Los Angeles and from Atlanta's crew, neither one of them showed the full thing. You're going to have to piece it together between the two of them. You could see where by the time he tagged him, his right hand had already crossed the plate. But neither one of them had an overhead shot, and I doubt they have one of those. The 0-2 rolls it down the line, foul, will do it again. If any place would have it, I would think it would be Dodger Stadium, but I don't think they have those except during the postseason. 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Punches it down the right field line. Foul. We'll do it again. I don't know what USA is talking about. The play was at the plate. The 0-2 count. Paez standing at the plate. Hernandez on deck. The pitch. Swing chopper over to first. Olsen has it, underhands it to Sale. He'll step on the bag, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down, and Teoscar Hernandez will come to the plate. Sale, by the way, at 50 pitches. That's a pretty good mark at this point in the game. First pitch on the way is inside. 4-seam fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Slaps it right there on the outer edge. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. So what that'll do when the Braves do come to the plate in the 5th inning is it'll be Yaz, Jarvis, and Drake do up. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Change up. 1-2. The 1-2. Down and in. 2-2. So the 2-2 count. Down and in. Hits him in the leg. And that'll send Hernandez down to first on a hit by pitch. Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense, John, because there is no unwritten rule of being the last out at home. That's why the whole thing was a little confusing. Anyways, doesn't matter the grand scheme of things. At least you tried, and that's all we can help ask for. Kyle Tucker, the batter, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Tucker is a sinker chopped off the bat. It's 0-1. Braves 1, Dodgers 1, bottom of 4. The 0-1. Swing, slices it towards shallow left field. Making the leaping grab is that man, Jim Jarvis. My word, can that kid play some defensive shortstop? We'll be back in a flash. That's a highlight reel right there. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. We go to the 5th. Time to take the 5th.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello.
Toga!
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka.
Toga!
Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway!
Toga!
October 11th.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th.
Toga!
I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
Toga!
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Let's take it! It's yours!
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them.
Guys tired?
Go get all the sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here.
Toga!
Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won by dying
You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something.
Absolutely.
You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga, 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 toga. Okay? All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score. First pitch on the way from Sheehan. Misses. Followed up by a four-seam fastball. Back-to-back four-seam fastballs. It's 2-0. The 2-0 from Sheehan. Turns and clicks. Swing. Fouls it away. The Yaz at the plate. Jarvis to follow. And after that, it is the Drake. So lefty, lefty, lefty. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Hammer down the right field line. Foul. Man, that catch by, I'll tell you what, man. That catch by Jarvis, if you're not watching, if you're listening to radio or just chilling in the chat, put that on your list to do tomorrow is watch the highlight reel of the Braves-Dodgers game, no matter what the final score is. The 2-2. Fouls it down the line. Hopefully they have that play and the blind tag that he made to catch the runner trying to stretch the single into a double. He has put on a clinic out there today. The 2-2 to the Yaz. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Brings it. Swing. Four-seam fastball. Smacks it backwards. Do it again. There are a couple of guys getting up and loose in the Dodger bullpen. The 2-2 pitch, swing, lifts it. High and deep into center field, not deep enough. Warning track power. It'll be F8 in your scorecard, and one away. Gave it a pretty good ride, but ball doesn't tend to fly out here at night as much as it does during the day. Jim Jarvis, who's 0 for 1 on the day, but man, has he made some great defensive plays. He struck out his first time up. Righty-lefty matchup. Still looking for that first base hit of his career. The first pitch is a curveball. Just touches the inside. It's 0-1. And what exactly would you get from a trade, Singood? Y'all always want to trade people at the bottom of their work. The 0-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered up the middle. Through for a base hit. And your Atlanta Braves have gotten Jim Jarvis his first base hit of his career. He gives a high five and a smack of the hand to Richardson, the first base coach. Freddie Freeman's getting the ball to give to the Braves dugout so they can put it up for him. And how about that? Jim Jarvis getting on. Here it is.
Hitting? Not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity V in relation to the trajectory T, in which G, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Righty-lefty matchup. Drake Baldwin, the batter, takes the first pitch. Down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Sheehan delivers a second changeup in the dirt. Ball 2-0. So he's gone change-up. Jarvis has good speed, too. We went over this earlier, but he may take off. Now, Will Smith is elite behind the plate, so you got to pick and choose your spots. If he can time up the curve or that change-up, we could be in business. The 2-0. Misses high. 3-0. 3-0 count. Sheehan comes set, brings it. Swing! That ball's hammered down the first base line, but foul. 3-1. Thankfully, that went foul. That's another situation where the Braves have a 3-0 count on Sheehan, and they're swinging at a pitch low in the zone. Olsen did it earlier as Sheehan flips it over to first to keep Jarvis close by, and it was a weak grounder to second. Thankfully, that one by Drake stayed fair. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a missed curveball. Full count. That would have been the pitch to go on right there if you were Jarvis. Well, full count. Ozzie Albies on deck. Sheehan brings it. Inside curveball, ball 4. Jarvis did take off on that pitch, but it's not going to matter as it's a 1-out walk. We'll have runners at first and second. Mark Pryor, the pitching coach for the Dodgers, is coming out to talk to Sheehan. It's him and Will Smith, and I believe Rojas is out there too. He just entered the scene. Vesia, the left-hander, is warming up in the pen for the Dodgers. Ozzie Albies is coming to the plate. You would think Alex Vesia is going to face Olsen, whether it's this inning or next. Because you've got Ozzie at the plate. They don't want to flip him around to the right side. He hits much better from the right side. After that, it's lefty-lefty with Olsen and Harris. So here we go. Runners on first and second, 1 out. First pitch to Ozzie. Curveball. Good curveball. Down and away. It's 0-1. Just grabs the outer edge. The 0-1. Sheehan, pitch 87. High and inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. We'll bring it into the batter's view. Make it a little easier for y'all to see the pitch selection. Top of the 5th, 1-1 your score. Olsen on deck, Ozzie at the plate. In the hole is Harris. Sheehan pumps and kicks. Swing, rolls it over to second. That's going to be a 4-6 put out. Ozzie will beat out the double play. We'll have runners on the corners and 2 outs. So a good relay there by Espinal to Rojas to get the 4-6 put out. The lead runner goes down to third, and Ozzie's at first, and Olsen is coming to the plate, and you would think that's going to be it for Sheehan. I don't think they want Olsen to see him for a third time. Vesia appeared to be warmed up. Yep, here comes Dave Roberts, and that'll be it. So we'll be back in a flash. Braves and Dodgers tied at 1, top of the 5th, here in Tinseltown. Welcome back. Matt Olson standing in, lefty-lefty matchup. Vesia brings the first pitch, swing and a miss, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count, runners at the corners. There are 2 outs. Braves and Dodgers tied here in the top of the 5th. The 1-1 misses. Did he go around? He did not. Ball 2, 2-1. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Ozzie dives back in. The 2-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Back behind the plate. And it'll go into the crowd 2-2. Braves 1, Dodgers 1. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it. Into left field, but very playable. Making the catch out there is Hernandez, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves threaten again, but can't get them across. 1-1. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Los Angeles.
Wow, you're such an emotionally strong person.
Thank you. I literally have no other option.
Did you hear the story about the kid who was outside the Democratic fundraiser selling kittens? When the people came out from the fundraiser, he was holding up the kittens and he was saying, "Buy a Democrat kitten." Well, a couple of weeks later, the Republicans held a fundraiser in the same place. And when they came out, there was the same kid with the kittens. And he said, "Buy a Republican kitten." And one of the members of the press who'd seen him there 2 weeks before said, "Wait a minute, kid. You were selling these kittens the last time as Democrat kittens. How come the Republican kittens now?" Kid says, "Because now they got their eyes open."
Golf is a nice, relaxing way to get super frustrated and really disappointed in yourself.
Y'all, somebody said this presidential election was like nobody was listening to mom, and then dad came home.
Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, the World Series to be played here for the 3rd time in the last 5 seasons.
I think when you look at the 95 Braves, you're looking at the confluence of this great pitching staff and an offense as well that was just dynamic. I mean, the Braves' talent was probably at its peak at that point, and if it wasn't going to be 95, I don't know when it was going to be.
After you've been to the World Series a couple times, it doesn't take a lot as a player to start looking at it and realize that, you know, you're only going to get so many opportunities.
I think our first 8 World Series losses were all by 1 run. 95 was essential for us.
I mean, I remember that was my first World Series. I had watched their 2 World Series on the couch in Vegas. The nerves, the excitement, you're at a 10 nerve-wise. They don't get any higher than they could get.
Maybe the best pitcher of his time in the minds of many, Greg Maddux is on the mound tonight.
Welcome back. Chris Sale goes back to work. Bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch is a slider. Right there for a ball. It's 1-0. Miguel Rojas, the batter, Muncy, and Espinal to follow. So the 7, 8, 9 hitters. 1-0. Brings it. Drifts the slider over there. Smacks it on the ground. Jarvis has it on the one hopper and airmails it. And that ball go into the dugout. And just like that, they got the lead run at second with nobody out. So Jarvis, who's had a very good defensive night, will now have an E6 to go along with that first base hit. He gets his first error in the major leagues. That was a high throw. Olsen tried everything he could to come to the top of his leap to catch it. Nothing you can do there but just wipe it away. Max Muncy, the batter now, lefty-lefty. Rojas at second, nobody out. First pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Filthy changeup. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. 1-1 your score. Bottom of the fifth inning. Braves and Dodgers. Game 1 of a 3-game series. We'll have these same two teams here tomorrow night as the 0-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chase the slider off the plate. And there's one away. Chris Sale's 5th strikeout of the night. That's just got to be filthy for a left-hander to deal with that Sale slider with 2 strikes. That pitch is basically coming from the dugout. And you're having to stand in there and hope for the best. Espinal, the batter. Lefty-righty, first pitch on the way, swing. Slider chops it down the line, foul towards the third base dugout. It's 0-1. Tomorrow night we'll come on the air 8:30 right here on Braves Country Radio on YouTube. YouTube.com/@Braves Country for those of y'all listening elsewhere. The 0-1 turns and kicks outside wide, 1-1. It'll be an 8:30 pregame start, and 9:10 is the first pitch tomorrow Eastern time. And on Mother's Day, it's 3:30. We come on the air 4:10 first pitch. Tomorrow night at Strider, the 1-1 outside wide changeup. 2-1. And on Sunday, it's Bryce Elder Day. Two-one count. Sale comes set, brings it right there. Bang! 4-seam fastball. Paints the inner half. 2-2. The 2-2. Way high out of the zone. 4-seam fastball misses, and it's a full count. Still 1-1 in the 8th inning between the Mets and the Nationals. Sorry, the Mets and the Diamondbacks. I don't know why I said Nationals. The 3-2 pitch. Sale comes set. Swing, just got a piece of that slider, punches it towards the first base dugout. Full count. Swing. 4-seam fastball into the crowd, and we'll do it again. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. On deck is Shohei Ohtani. The payoff pitch, swing, punches it over to the right side of the infield, making the sliding grab is Matt Olson. Give that man a platinum glove. Wow, what a play. That ball was falling quickly, It was such a phenomenal catch. Ronald Acuna Jr. gave him a tap on the wallet as he got up, shaking his fist. Got a big smile from Jorge Mateo as well. That was unbelievable. That ball was falling so quickly, I didn't think he could get his glove out there in time. Not only did he slide, but he avoided the steps there. There's concrete right there. He missed the concrete by about, 3 inches. First pitch swinging by Ohtani. He's going to hammer that into right field. And that should give the Dodgers a 1-run lead. It does. And it's 2-1 L.A. Ohtani with an RBI single. A game that should realistically be tied right now 2-2 if you're just joining us. Braves got hosed on a replay call a couple innings ago. But nonetheless, it's 2-1 your score. And Will Smith will come to the plate. Chris Sale is at 72 pitches. Hard hit ball just under the diving glove of Ozzie Albies. So runner at first. There are 2 outs. First pitch on the way to Smith. Drifts a slider there for a strike. It's 0-1. Smith 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The 0-1. Be interesting to see if Vesia comes back out for that next inning. The 0-1 pitch, swing, lifts it into left field, making the running catch is Dubon, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Dodgers take a 1-run lead. We go to the 6th. 2-1 LA. Braves turn when we return.
If you sneeze and I say God bless you, the only thing you should say is thank you. I don't need to hear all of this. How did you get in my house? Why is my window broken? I'm calling the police. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey, what do you call a policewoman that does all those chalk outlines? Tracy.
10 things you didn't know about Theodore Samuel Williams. He disliked the name Teddy and even went as far as amending his birth certificate to say Theodore instead. He had offers from the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Yankees while he was still in high school. His major league debut was the only game which featured both Williams and Lou Gehrig playing against each other. In 1940, he made his only appearance as a pitcher. He went 2 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits, and even struck out a batter. In his autobiography, he stated that his eyes were probably shut on his 1941 All-Star Game walk-off home run. In 1949, he set the MLB record when he got on base in 84 straight games. He was once fined for spitting on a fan who was taunting him after he dropped a fly ball off the bat of Mickey Mantle in Fenway Park. He homered in his last at-bat of his career on September 28, 1960. He almost hit 400 a second time in 1957, but he fell 5 hits short of accomplishing the feat. He took hitting advice from a 14-year-old who told him to dry his bats in an oven to release the moisture they picked up from the playing field and return them to their original weight.
On July 25th, 1966, at Cooperstown, New York, Ted Williams was inducted into the Hall of Fame. Baseball gives every American boy a chance to excel, he said. I hope someday Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson can be added here in some way as a symbol of great Negro League players. They are not here only because they did not get a chance. 5 years later, Leroy Satchel Paige was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. Welcome back. 2-1 Dodgers. We go to the top of the 6th. And right-hander Hurt will come onto the mound to face Harris, Dubon, and Dominic Smith. First pitch on the way is a changeup, misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Kyle Hurt has a 1 ERA, 1.00 ERA in 9 games. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. A little bit out of the zone. It's 1-1. Michael definitely chased one there. Kyle Hurt, 6'3", 240-pounder. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chopper, deep into the hole, barehanded out there at short by Rojas. He thought about throwing it to first, and he put it in his pocket, and it's an infield single by Michael. He grabbed it and started to leap like he was going to throw that ball from, very shallow left field. He would have been off balance. Pirouette's not even a fair description. Michael's over there laughing because there's just no way you're going to get Harris on that.
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
First pitch misses. Dubon, it's 1-0. Will Smith wants to challenge that one, so we'll see what happens here. And they gave it to him, so it's a strike. It's 0-1. Kyle Hurt was drafted by the Marlins in 2020 out of Southern Cal. So he essentially was coming home. He's from Rancho Santa Fe, California. The 0-1 swing. Chopper off his instep. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Dubon. Oh for 2 on the day. Kicks and fires, swing. Laces it to center field. That's down for a base hit. So come on, let's go.
Pardon me. Would you have any? But of course.
Mauricio Dubon.
One of life's finer pleasures.
Went down and got one. Bottom of the zone. It just kind of punched it over the infield. Not a hard hit ball, but it hit them where they ain't. We've got first and second, nobody out. And the Dominator coming to the plate. Dominic Smith. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging, rolls it up the middle. And this is going to be a 6-3. They're going to say Smith beat it out. So they get the runner at second base. And if that play stands, we're going to see if they want to challenge it. They're on the horn right now. And they do not want to challenge it. So we'll take that, to be honest with you. Now we got runners on the corners and 1 out. Way that was setting up, I thought they were going to get Dominic Smith on the double play. Rojas had to wait for a second for the ball to get to him, and that play cost him the double play. A good job of sliding there by Dubon into the bag. And that may have affected his throw as well. Austin Riley stands in. First pitch off the plate. It's 1-0. Riley 2 for 2 on the day. He's raised his batting average to 214. Tying runs at third. That's the big thing. You just want to get him home and go from there. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball. 1-1. Dodgers 2. Braves 1. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, pops it up. And that'll be a bat at bat when it's all said and done. F7 in your scorecard, very shallow. They'll throw it home as Harris threatened like he was going to tag up and go home, but no chance. That ball easily could have been caught by the second baseman. It was that shallow. So now there's runners on the corners and 2 outs. And Yastrzemski will try to clean up the mess. Mike Yastrzemski's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Riley just got underneath that fastball that was high in the zone. Chase went a little bit outside wide. First pitch on the way to the Yaz is swung on and sliced foul. It's 0-1. Jarvis on deck. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Yaz batting just 205 on the year. He struck out looking his first time out, flew out to center his second time out. The 0-1. Inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Hurt goes to the back of the mound. Grab the rosin bag. Now back on top of the bump. The 1-1 pitch. Swing. Smacks the changeup foul. Out of play. 1-2. The 1-2. Braves have scattered 8 hits. But only 1 run. The 1-2, high and out of the zone, 2-2. I think the over-under today was 7.5 with the Braves. 2-2 count. You got to figure you've got at least one more inning of Sale. He was at a pretty reasonable pitch count. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Fouls the four-seamer, out and away. So Deuce is wild. 2-1 Los Angeles. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Yastrzemski digging in. The pitch. Swing. Ropes it down the right field line, but foul up against the screen near the corner. On deck is Jarvis. I wonder how much that's playing into the mind of Hurt as far as not wanting to give in to Yaz, knowing that he's got the rookie on deck. Yaz is going to take a quick timeout as he doctors his bat. I don't believe that's new, but I don't think he cracked one. Two count. Yaz digging back in. The 2-2. Four-seam fastball misses inside, full count. So now the runner at first will be heading off to the races with a full count and 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Swing. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Runner goes, payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball, chase one well out of the zone, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th, trailing by 1. Dodgers and Braves, game number 1.
Change doesn't just happen. It is forged by empowered women like me and Norma Ray and the lady from The Blind Side. You know what the difference is between me and her? Blind Side's family had her back.
Okay, huddle up, everybody. Your mother's right. She's the quarterback of this family, and we need to protect her like Blindside did.
She just said the mom was Blindside.
Well, she's confused. Blindside was the black kid who played tight end.
Offensive line.
Sorry, African-American kid.
Join the country club today. You'll have access to badges, one-of-a-kind emojis to display your Braves pride throughout the ball game. You'll also get instant access to our video drops. Members only chat, wallpapers, and more is on the way. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the country club today.
Hey, I don't know who needs to hear this, but you should probably throw away that unopened bag of salad mix that's been sitting in your fridge for about 3 weeks.
I think there's comfort in continuity. So many things in our country have changed drastically, as they must over the years and over the decades. Violent disruptions. And although baseball has changed, its essence remains the same. It's one of the enduring institutions in our country, and I think we take some comfort from that.
Almost against my will, I got back to Fenway Park. Somehow it felt disloyal to the Brooklyn Dodgers, but it seemed crazy to let this love affair go on the rest of my life and never enjoy another team. So reluctantly, in about 67, a perfect time, I started going back to Fenway Park. And then that whole season took place, and it was such a miracle at first that they had been in 9th place the year before, and they had this impossible dream of a year, that at first I didn't see the similarities between the Red Sox and the Brooklyn Dodgers. I thought I found a winner, finally. But then the similarities set in.
Freddie Freeman leads off the Dodgers. LA leads it 2-1. The first pitch on the way is a slider at the knees. 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Hammers it. High and deep. Harris going back on the track, and she is gone. A solo shot. Freddie Freeman hits his 4th home run of the year, raising his batting average to .280, and the Dodgers lead it 3-1. Dead center, dead red. He didn't miss it. 107 miles an hour off the bat, 413 feet. And that'll bring Andy Paez to the plate. Sale just got way too much of that. They were sitting on the outside part of the plate, and that thing went about belt high right. I mean, you couldn't have put it on a tee better. First pitch is a slider there, top of the zone to Paez. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Paez batting .331 on the year. The 0-2 swing. Just got a piece of it. Do it again. The 0-2, swing, lifts it. High into left field. Dubon underneath it. He'll make the grab, and there's one away. Chris Sale, 79 pitches. Teoscar Hernandez, the batter. Tucker stands on deck. Lefty-righty. Hernandez. First pitch on the way is outside wide. 1-0. Hernandez 1 for 1 on the day with a single in the second and hit by a pitch in the fourth. The 1-0. Swing. Pops it up. Down the right field line, giving chases Yaz and Olsen. Just past Olsen's outstretched glove. It'll bounce on the ground and into the screen. 1-1. Same two teams back at it tomorrow night, 9:10 first pitch. It'll be Spencer Strider versus Roki Sasaki. And then Robleski versus Bryce Elder on Sunday. It's a 4:10 first pitch on Mother's Day. The 1-1 count. Brings it. Slider there at the knees, 1-2. For you country club members, we've got the emoji that we're leaving up all weekend long for Mother's Day. Let's see if I can find it real quick. One-two count in the dirt. 2-2. So there's the one for Mother's Day. I think Rich also put one out there as well. And then we also have the one, this one I'm putting in right now. This is for remembrance of Ted Turner, the man that started TBS. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Hammers it down the left field line, foul. Do it again. Those will be up all weekend. It's your new cheers emoji. We decided to meet John in the middle. So you got your can back with the koozie. The 2-2 count. Misses high. Full count now. Tucker on deck. Braves trail 3-1. A game where they've had plenty of opportunities. The payoff pitch. And they're going to call the ball forward. Drake wants to challenge it. We'll see if we win the challenge tonight. It's really close. And strike 3. Got him. Just grabbed the outer edge. It was right there. What are we saying? 10% of that ball, maybe? 5% probably more accurate. Hit the zone. So a great challenge by Drake. And there's 2 away. That'll be the 6th strikeout for Sale. Tucker coming to the plate. Lefty. Tucker first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there, slider 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. Changeup 1-2. One-two count. Sale at 89 pitches. He may come out there for the 7th at least to start it. Pitch on the way is a slider off the plate. 2-2. You've got Rojas in Muncie, so he's at 90 pitches. I know he's going to lobby to go out there for it, but you'd think that they may want him to at least get through Muncie. The 2-2. Swing, rolls it just down the line. We'll do it again. Jarvis is due to lead off for the Braves. Now they may go to a pinch hitter, depending on who the Dodgers bring out of the pen. Do they leave Hurt or do they bring someone else in? If it's Hurt, they may leave Jarvis in there. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Four-seam fastball. Got him. That'll end the inning. Dodgers put 1 on the board. We'll grab the sticks when we return, trailing by only 2.
We leave for Honduras tomorrow for a tournament on Saturday and Sunday. It's about a 49-hour drive, so plan accordingly. From there, we're going to raft over to Cuba for a night game on Monday. Now, if we pull out a win in Cuba, we get an automatic bid into a tournament that's in Croatia. That game will be on Wednesday. Once that's wrapped up, I would like everyone to meet Saturday morning at the ESPN Sports Complex in Disney for practice. Our first game in Disney starts at noon later that day. Now, don't get spoiled with this schedule. As the season progresses, we will pick up more games. Also, we are still calculating the exchange rates, but Coach Gary will let everyone know how much we owe in tournament fees. Any questions?
Your 80-year-old dog don't want to go on a walk with you, okay? This is my 3rd time this week seeing people carrying around their 80-year-old dog because the dog barely made it on the walk. He don't want to go on a walk with you. He's 1 foot in the grave. What makes you think that he wants to go on a walk with you? Him and George Washington Carver were friends.
Boston fans dared hope they might at last win the World Championship that had been denied them every season since the team sold Babe Ruth to the Yankees. Plans were made for a big victory parade.
He could throw a baseball through a brick wall, as a matter of fact. If I had to choose one person to pitch one game in my one lifetime, I would choose Bob Gibson.
Now, Gibson would face Carl Yastrzemski in the 1967 World Series.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. Atlanta Braves trail 3-1. Jim Jarvis set to lead us off, and he will stand in there. It's Klein, on the mound now. Righty-lefty matchup. Klein throws a curveball down and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0 brings it right there, four-seam fastball, 1-1. Those of y'all who probably aren't, I'd say there's not many people familiar with Jarvis's minor league statistics. He was batting .305 when he came up as the 1-1 in the dirt. 2-1. What's even more impressive is an .863 OPS. Two-one count. Right there, four-seamer, 2-2. Will Klein, 6'5", 230-pounder out of Bloomington, Indiana. The 2-2 in the dirt, 3-2. That curveball, man, that thing is bouncing left and right. Giants lead Pittsburgh 5-1. That game is in the 7th. Mets have taken a 3-1 lead over Arizona in the 10th. So they got the ghost runner going on in that one. Arizona will still have a chance to tie them. The 3-2 pitch, swing, lifts it into left field. Not very deep. Fly ball into the glove of Teoscar Hernandez, and there's one away. Drake Baldwin will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2. With 2 strikeouts. He does have a walk to his name. Drake now batting .299 as he slips below 300. First pitch from Klein. Fastball, four-seamer, misses high. It's 1-0. Drake trying to find his way aboard as the tying run is on deck. We're in the top of the 7th. It's 3-1 Los Angeles. The 1-0. Check swing. Didn't go around. Didn't look like he did. He did not. 2-0. Ozzie Albies on deck representing the tying run. Matt Olson in the hole. Doesn't look like there's a ton of movement in the Dodger pen right now. So this may be Klein's inning no matter what. The 2-0 pitch. Outside wide. 3-0. The 3-0. Misses high, ball 4. So 4 really bad pitches. Not a single one of them was anywhere near the zone. And Drake Baldwin will head on down to first. And it's 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning with Ozzie Albies coming to the plate. In the bullpen for the Dodgers, if you're wondering who they have as far as lefties are concerned, Scott and Dreyer are their 2 lefties they have not used so far. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is a four-seam fastball upstairs. It's 0-1. They've got Henriquez and Stewart and Treenan from the right side. The 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. And remember, they have been scrambling to figure out closing the game out. So keep that in mind as the game unwinds here, because Edwin Diaz is on the IL. Scott is most likely their go-to for. I'd say they're holding Scott for a possible lead in the 9th inning, facing the top of the Braves order with all the left-handers we have. 1-1. Swing, rolls it foul. 1-2. 1-2 count. Olson on deck. Ozzie batting .315 on the year. The 1-2. swing and a miss, strike three. Curveball down out of the zone, and Ozzie chased it, and there's two away. Two down. Matt Olson comes to the plate. He'll be representing the tying run. Harris moves on to the on-deck circle. First pitch to Olson is a four-seam fastball right down the pipe on the inner track. It's 0-1. Olson sitting on 13 home runs. The 0-1 pitch, high and outside the zone. 1-1. Harris on deck. If they can keep the line moving, Dubon is in the hole. The 1-1 curveball misses. 2-1. Really close pitch, but we got the call. Two 2-1 count. Four-seam fastball paints the outer edge. It's 2-2. The deuce is wild here. Braves trail by 2. A 2-2 count, 2 outs. Olson calls his timeout. He's 0 for 3 on the day with a pop out, a ground out, and a fly out. The 2-2. Klein, his 19th pitch of the inning. In the dirt, good take by Olson. Olson raises his hand to tell Ozzie to stay put, and it's a full count. So, it's not Ozzie, excuse me, Drake. Ozzie can stay put too. He's sitting in the dugout. So Drake will be on the move now with 2 outs. We'll pull the screen back in case there's any real action on the base paths. The payoff pitch. Swing! Swats it foul down the left field line, and we'll do it again. Drake getting a pretty good jump out there. Seventh inning stretch on deck. Also on deck, Michael Harris. The payoff pitch, swing, hits ball on the ground over to second, off balance throw, but makes the throw to Freddie Freeman. 4-3 Espinal to Freeman, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country. Atlanta trails Los Angeles by 2. Welcome back. Chris Sale will go back to work, and the first pitch is a slider right there at the knees to Miguel Rojas. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. The 0-1 from Sale. Bangs it down the line foul. It's 0-2. Braves have a built-in off day next week, so Sale will probably get an extra day of rest anyway, and that's probably why they're letting Sale go back out there. See how far he can go in this one. You got Dylan Lee on deck in the bullpen. So you got the built-in off day on on Monday, and that would probably put, as the 0-2 pitch, misses high 1-2. Depending on how they want to do it, they could have Sale pitch on Thursday. They could stretch it all the way to Friday of next week. Have him go up against his former club, the Boston Red Sox, coming to town. The 1-2 pitch. Chops it back to the mound, and Sale's got it, flips it to first. 1-3, one away. Lefty-lefty matchup. Max Muncy, the batter. First pitch is a swing and a miss at the slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Sale. Comes set. Brings it. Outside wide. 1-1 as Muncy holds up. 1-1 count. Swing, lifts it into left field, drifting back at the track, making the spinning catch out there is Mauricio Dubon. 2 down. F8 in your scorecard, but that was a great catch. He was going to his left as he was going back and then realized the ball was actually going to cross over to his right shoulder. He turned, spun, made the grab, a leaping catch as he hit down into the warning track. F7 in your scorecard, and there's 2 away. Pitch number 100 for Sale is a changeup right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Come hell or high water, you got to figure they're not going to let Ohtani see him a 4th time. Ohtani's on deck, so this will be Sale's last batter. Is the 0-1. Fouls it back, it's 0-2. 0-2 count. I think there's a very good chance that Sale pitches next week against Boston. They give him an extra day of rest. The 0-2 count. Swing, lifts it. High into right field. Not very deep, making the catches he has, and that'll end the inning. So we'll be back in a flash, trailing by 2. Michael Harris II leads us off when we return.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
And losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer. Salad.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Where at? For me and the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see a double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
First pitch to Michael Harris, misses high and outside the zone. It's 1-0, the 1-0 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field. That's down for a base hit. Tucker cuts it off at the pass. He'll fire it in the infield, and it'll be a long single for Money Mike. His 4th hit of the day. Money Mike, 4 for 4. How about that on a Friday night in Braves country?
What they know about that?
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle.
A little razzle-dazzle to start the inning. And Mauricio Dubon will come to the plate. Righty-righty. Klein is back out there for the 8th inning. And Will Smith's going to come out there and talk to him real quick. Not sure what's going on. Oh, wait a minute. That's it. Dave Roberts is going to come out. Usually this means a pitching change. It was weird they let him get it all the way to the... I believe that's a left-hander coming in, but he took his glove off just as he was put his head down, so I couldn't make him out. We'll be back in a flash. We'll introduce the batter when we return. Welcome back. Right-hander coming onto the bump for the LA Dodgers is Brock Stewart. 6'3", 220-pounder, 34-year-old out of Normal, Illinois. First pitch is a sweeper off the plate. It's 1-0. Drafted by the Dodgers back in 2014 out of Illinois State, and he has been with the Dodgers primarily his whole career. He did have a couple of stints in Minnesota and Toronto. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, four-seamer. 1-1. So with the right-hander coming on, and looks like they made two switches. Kim is coming in for Rojas for defensive purposes at short. The 1-1 pitch. Swing, pops it up. Lazy, shallow fly ball. Making the catch in center. It's Paez. Barely made it out of the infield. And there's one away. Dominic Smith will come on now, and he will stay there as the DH. Had they brought a left-hander on, they probably would have been going to Sean Murphy, honestly. I mean, maybe Mateo, but they probably went Murphy, so I like my chances better here with Dominic Smith. He's 1 for 3 with a double. That click-clacked. First pitch on the way is high and out of the zone, 4-seam fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. High and outside. 2-0. 2-0 count. Inside ball 3-0. Now, if he reaches via the walk or anything else, they'll probably pinch run for him. 3-0 count. Kicks and fires. 4-seam fastball right down the plate. 3-1. Austin Riley stands on deck, and that's probably the real reason why they went to the right-hander. Aaron Bummer is warming up in the pen with the Braves trailing. They do have Dylan Lee standing. If the Braves were to grab the lead, he would go back to work. The 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and the Dominator. First and second, one
this
out.
This is a time for leaders to step up. Make us believe again.
Welcome to the United States of You Just Got Dominated.
And I did guess right. It is Mateo coming on for Dominic Smith as a pinch runner. So if anything gets down in the gap, the Braves would probably tie the game with Mateo's speed. And they're not holding the runner at first. Freddie Freeman's a good 15 feet off the bag. So righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Austin Riley is a fastball high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Of course, Riley just cranks one. We don't have to worry about who's running. They can all just trot around the bases. Atlanta Braves, 9 hits on the night. Just 1 run. Dodgers, 3 runs and 5 hits. Braves have committed an error. The 1-0 pitch, swing. Fouls off the sweeper. 1-1. On deck is the Yaz. I know the Dodgers don't want to load the bases, but you wonder how aggressive you'll be knowing that the Yaz and Jarvis are behind you. You could, as the 1-1 pitch misses high, 2-1. There is a way you could pinch hit Jarvis. You would lose your DH, but you could have Mateo staying in place short, and you could pinch hit if you want to. We'll see where it gets at that point. The 2-1 pitch, swing, hard hit down the line, foul, 2-2. Well, that foul ball rolls away. We'll pull the camera back so you can see the whole 9 yards. Infield back into the left. The 2-2. Kicks and fires. Sweeper well off the plate. Full count. So full count to Riley, who's 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI single back in the second inning. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. Strike 3. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Must have been sitting on the slow stuff. 96. He dialed it up a tick there. Riley was well behind on that swing. There is a left-hander warming up in the pen now, and I believe that's Scott. He would be set to come on to close. First pitch to Yastrzemski is a pitch that misses out of the zone. Yastrzemski does not challenge it. We have 2 challenges. It's another bad job by Yastrzemski. It's 0-1. You can't put him much further down in the order. He's just been a disaster of a signing so far, the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. When you have a pitch that misses 2 inches out of the zone, you've got 2 challenges and you're already in the 8th inning. You got to put the pressure on the umpire there. And that really changes the at-bat. You go from 1-0, so you would have a 2-0 count right here. It's a big difference in the line. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss at the changeup. And it's 1-2. One-two count. Looking for anything, a bleeder, broken batter, something. Anything to get a run home, make it a little easier in the next inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Hits it on the ground over to Freddie, and Yaz is hustling down the line, but he'll be out by about a step or so. His batting average will drop down to 202, and we'll head to the top of the ninth, or bottom of the 8th, excuse me. Braves trail by 2. Ohtani leads the Dodgers off when we return.
Strippers have always used names of expensive things like Diamond or Mercedes. Nowadays, DJs be like, please welcome gas and eggs to the main stage.
Most of the problems in your life are probably your fault. And don't hear what I'm not saying. I do understand you. I get that being a victim makes you feel like you have a get-out-of-jail-free card for being a and I'm here to tell you, no. Stick with me here. You might not be depressed. You might just need to go find a glass of water, eat a salad, have a decent sleep schedule. I have insomnia, do you? Or do you just lack the self-control to put the phone down? I'm not saying these things because I'm trying to be an I'm saying them because when I say you're not allowed to quit, I truly mean it. However, until you start taking accountability for the things that are your fault, then nobody can help you. Have a great day.
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day! We're gonna be here all day, baby! I like this kind of party!
Say the weird thing.
Is a police officer obstructing a citizen's right to freedom of speech if they handcuff a deaf person?
Bob Gibson's first pitch to Yastrzemski. Here's the pitch. He swung at a base hit out of the right field.
Yastrzemski continued his tear, hitting .400, smashing 3 home runs, and in one game driving in 4 of Boston's 5 runs. But Bob Gibson overwhelmed nearly every other Red Sox hitter.
Gibson set. Here's the pitch. Strike 3.
Despite an aching elbow, he won the first game, took 3 days off, then won the 4th.
He struck him out swinging.
3 days later, he was called in again to pitch the 7th against Boston's best, Jim Lonborg, who had also won his 2 games, but who was starting with only 2 days rest.
Top of the order due up for the Dodgers. Braves trail 3-1. Shohei Ohtani leads us off. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. First pitch swing and belts one down towards the right field corner, and Yaz will make the catch just before the warning track. Hard hit, loud out number 1. Aaron Bummer on the hill. Set to face Smith and then Freeman. 1 run, 9 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. Chris Sale pitched 7 innings and gave up 2 earned runs. One of those runs, the one in the 5th, is an unearned run. It was an error from Jim Jarvis, the shortstop. That's not his whole story tonight, though. He's made a couple of incredible defensive plays. He also got his first base hit of his career. 1-0, swing, pops it up, dead center field. Harris barely has to move. He'll make the catch, and there's 2 down. Freddie Freeman popped a solo shot in the 6th to give the Dodgers a 3-1 lead. And that's where we stand. The Braves have had plenty of opportunities, as you could imagine, with 9 hits and only 1 run. Plenty of opportunities, just didn't come through with the big hit so far. But the first pitch is down and in. Sweeper. It's 1-0. They will have Jarvis due up, most likely pinch hit for him. And with the left-hander Scott coming on, you would think, as the 1-0 slaps it back. 1-1. I would think it's probably Kyle Farmer that hits for him. And then if he were to get on, maybe have Eli White run for Farmer. The 1-1. Check swing. Does he go around? He did not. At that point, you would have, most likely you would eventually get rid of, if it went to the bottom of the ninth, is the 2-1 to Freddie Freeman is dragged foul, 2-2. You would essentially make the number 9 hitter your pitcher, and you would lose your DH, putting Mateo out there to play defense. You could leave Farmer in to run, and he has played short as well, the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. Full count. But anyway you look at it, it'll most likely be Tanner Scott, the left-hander, coming on to face the number 9 spot, whoever they decide to put there, Drake Baldwin and Ozzie Albies. If anybody gets on, Matt Olson, the payoff pitch, swing, lifts it. High and deep into center field, but this time Harris has a beat on it. He'll flip his glove up and make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Braves trail by 2. We go to the top of the 9th here in La La Land. All or nothing here in the next 3 outs.
I don't do ibuprofen. I do ibupuffin.
Damn! Look at you on my page again. Hi! I thought you didn't like me.
Dad,
Yeah.
you think I can take the truck out of town?
How far?
I don't know, like Yosemite?
Maybe, but this thing's been sitting for 4 years. You need to shake it down and make sure everything works before you take it far out of town. You're gonna get stuck on the side of the road with no cell service for 2 days. That'll set you straight.
You don't think I can survive on stuck on the side of the road for 2 days?
Well, you're kind of an indoor dog, so I'm gonna say no.
What does that mean?
You really want me to answer that? Jesus Christ, man.
Alright, look, what if I brought like 5 friends?
Then there'd be 6 of you idiots stuck on the side of the road.
Now the big of Bob Gibson. The pitch by Londor. One on. The long drive, deep left center, way back. It might be out of here. It is a home run for Bob Gibson.
Gibson won it easily, 7-2, and added insult to injury by hitting a home run of his own.
Joins the list of pitchers who have hit home runs in World Series competition.
In 3 complete series games, he gave up just 14 hits, something no one else had done since Christy Mathewson in 1905. Boston canceled its victory parade. It was a great World Series, but that year more people had watched professional football's first Super Bowl than any series game. Baseball was now said to be too leisurely, too serene to be the national pastime.
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Welcome back. It will be the left-hander Tanner Scott coming on. And coming to the plate will be Kyle Farmer. So we guessed right on that one. 4-seam fastball. They call that a strike? Wow. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Farmer batting 333, the 0-2. Oof. Not based on any of that at bat. 3 pitches, 3 terrible strikes and 1 away. Drake Baldwin will be the batter now, lefty-lefty matchup. Remember, the Braves have seen Tanner Scott quite a bit. He was in the Marlins organization before he became a Dodger. Giants did beat the Pirates 5-2. First pitch to Drake is a four-seamer punch foul over the third base dugout. It's 0-1. Braves trail by 2. Down to the last 2 outs. Ozzie Albies is on deck. Olsen is in the hole. This score holds, will still have the best record in baseball, but the Dodgers will creep a little closer. 0-1. Fouls it away. It's 0-2. Braves 26-12 right now. Dodgers 23-14. The 0-2 count. Brings it. Swing. Slaps it down the left field line. Foul. That was fairly close to being a fair ball. Infield is back and to the right. Huge hole down the left field line. If you can just punch it down there, it's extra bases. The 0-2 pitch. Swing, slaps it over there towards that side, but a little too far over. It's going to be L5 in your scorecard. Easy catch by Muncy, and there's 2 down. So the Braves are down to their last out. 0 for 4 on the day is Ozzie Albies. Lined out to center, struck out 2 times, grounded into a fielder's choice. Batting average is down to .313 after the 0 for 4 today. He's trying not to put the 0 for 5. Here's the first pitch. Down and in, slider. It's 1-0. First time from the right side of the plate for Ozzie. The 1-0. Slider. Just down there. Touch below the knees. Called for a strike. 1-1. 1-1 count. 3-1 your score. The pitch on the way. Swing. Broken bat. Rolls it towards third. Just foul. Muncy had it. Was about to fire it to first. I don't think he would have gotten Ozzie, but it's hard to tell because, looking at the replay from the LA side, I don't think they would have gotten him. So down to his last strike, Ozzie Albies, broken bat, gets a new bat, stands in. A 1-2 count. Same 2 teams back at it tomorrow night. 9-10 first pitch. The 1-2 swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Freddie Freeman underneath it, foul territory. He'll make the catch, and the Dodgers win the first game of the series 3-1. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. 1 run, 9 hits, 1 error for the Atlanta Braves. Chris Sale will take the loss and go to 6-2. His ERA up to 2.20, still pretty darn good. Vesia gets the win. Scott gets the save, and the Braves will take one on the chin and go back to the drawing board tomorrow. We've got Spencer Strider versus Roki Sasaki. We ought to put some runs on the board tomorrow night. And we'll be here at 9:10 first pitch. 8:30 will come on the air. And also remember, Mother's Day is Sunday. You still got time to shop. And we'll be here for you on Mother's Day as well. We'll see you then, Braves Country. KC at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up, to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With the smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, Strike two! Fraud! Cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey had struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.